السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله النبي الكريم. All praise and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who gave us the means and the opportunity to study His book. Brothers and sisters, bi'idhnillah, today we start surah number 94. Let's start. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the means to study His book and to keep us consistent in our recitation with clarity. Keep your notes out and available. Bi'idhnillah. Alam. Alam. Nash. Spread the sound. Na. Nash. Nash. Rah. Rah. Alam nashrah laka. Nash. Rah. Lanka. Ra is heavy, ha is light. Rah. Lanka. Alam nashrah lanka. Sad, heavy, dal is light, going to bounce. Sad, sad, qaf, ta, ba, jim, dal. Sad, ra, rak, rak. The sound is going to click. There's a kaf. When we stop on the letter kaf, it doesn't bounce, but it has humps, which is the click, if you will. Sad, rak, sad, rak. You hear that at the end? Do your best not to say sad, raka. Sadarak. Wow, we have the wet part. Wawa, 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 da, wawa, da, ain with a connect. So the dad is going to bite it per se. Wawa, da, na, da, na. You're not going to say da, da. It's da, da, na. وَوَضَعْنَا. Now I want you to take a look at that. I won't repeat it because you can use the rewind. Do your best to listen to that a few times. وَوَضَعْنَا عَنْكَ وِزْرَكَ. Nun sukun followed by kaf. It's not in the throat and it's not part of your malun, so tongue not touch. عَنْكَ. Anka. The tongue does not touch necessarily. Anka. Bite the apple. Anka. Anka. Wizrak. Wizrak. The ra is heavy, kaf is light. Wizrak. وَوَضَعْنَا عَنْكَ وِزْرَكَ الذي أنقض ظهرك. Let's do verse number 3 together. الذي We're going to stretch here east to west. We're going to stretch for 3. الذي Nun sukun followed by qaf, not in the throat, behind the uvula. أنقض أنقى ضا 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 ضا. The tongue is spreading out. ضا أنقض ضا. ضا has sukun. Remember the last rule of rhythm. Stereo sound. ظهرك ظهرك. الذي أنقض قضى ظهرك. ورفعين ورفعنا لك ذكرك. That's verse number 4. Let's try that again. ورفعين ورفعنا لك ذكرك. You hear the kaf sukoon. Anytime kaf has sukoon, we talked about this, it is an advanced rule. As a matter of fact, most of you, we haven't discussed it. So right now, just hear the sound and repeat it. Dhikrak, dhikrak. وَرَفَعْنَا لَكَ ذِكْرَكَ. We have verse number 5. فَإِنَّ fa. I want you to listen to the nasal sound. فَإِنَّ مَعَ 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 الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا يُسْرًا فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا يُسْرًا ra. You hear the heavy sound? Excellent. Verse number 6. Again, full nasal sound. Rule number 3 of rhythm. Make the full sound in your nose. Press it. Inna ma'al usri yusra. Usri. Because the ra has a line on the bottom, it's going to be light. Usri yusra. Inna ma'al. Open the mouth. A lot of times you try to make it al. Inna ma'al usri yusra. Excellent. Verse number 7. فَإِذَا فَرَغَيْن. Light, heavy, heavy. فَرَغ. Third part of the throat. فَرَغْتَ فَانصَبْ. Fa, nun sukoon followed by the letter sad. You already know, tongue not touch. Nun sukoon followed by a letter that's not in the throat. Tongue not touch. Fansab. 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 Sab. Make sure you don't make saba or sab. Sab. There's going to be a bouncing sound. Qaf, ta, ba, jim, and dal. They bounce. فَانصَبْ وَإِلَى. Make sure the E sound comes out. For example, in verse number 7, فَإِذَا فَإِذَا. What sound is that? I don't know what that is. فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانصَبْ وَإِلَى رَبِّكَ. فَlight, ra heavy. غَب. فَرْغَب. And that is going to be the bounce again at the end. وَإِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ فَارْغَب. Excellent. This is verse number 8 that completes the surah. I'd like you to look back to verse number 3. A very interesting scenario is going on here. الَّذِي أَنْقَضَ ضَ. If you can say these letters correctly, then you have truly mastered your heavy letters well. أنقض ظ. أنقض ظهرك. If you have the opportunity, listen to that again. It's the letter qaf, dad on the sides, dha, second part of the tongue at the edge of the top teeth. If you can pronounce this correctly, bi'idhnillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the blessing for it, and also the other heavy letters in the Quran will become a lot easier. Please practice that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has spoken the greatest of truth. With His will and mercy, I pray we get to see each other again. So Brother Wisam Sharieff, make sure you watch the rest of the follow-ups. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.